Hi guys, and welcome to another video here at PMA Plan Manager Assist. Today we are in beautiful Albury, and as usual I've got my good friend and colleague John Collins. How are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for showing me around what is your hometown.
Yes,
It's beautiful. Guys, we've just done Ready Set Connect here in Albury. We've also been up to Wodonga. So what are some of the things you've noticed that have changed a little bit in this area in particular, maybe service providers, things like that?
Yeah, look, for a regional area, we've got the lovely Hume Weir behind us here with the Wodonga Bridge, if anyone wants to know where we are. Look, I think service provision now, there's a lot more providers in the area,
Yeah.
both for support coordination and social and community supports. Also some that are going into looking after people who have been incarcerated. You know, our First Nations people as well are getting a bit more focused, both here and Wagga, which is great.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily the case other places we've been. So yeah, I think there's a lot of expansion, a lot of new services. As you know, I come down here quite regularly to visit family.
Yeah.
We use the services for Emily all the time, but it's great to see there's a selection.
Yeah.
And that's certainly been the case in Albury and Wagga. There's a lot more than there was 2 or 3 years ago. So that, to me, I think that's great. And there's more focus in the area around disability, the NDS, the services around that, and what type of services specific people need, which is really great. It's very person-centric, which is fantastic. So that's
Mate,
what I've seen.
That's good. We all want to see growth in regional areas. We want to see regional participants being supported.
Absolutely.
Try to get more allied health into these areas. What have you noticed in the plan management space?
Yeah, it's been quite interesting actually, you ask, and because a lot of the bigger players are trying to move into regional now because their growth is somewhat stymied. What people are starting to see is that most of the bigger plan managers, including some here, are owned by big corporates now. They're not a family-run business. They are just looking at their profit margin, and when interest rates goes up, they basically looking to cut costs. You still can't get anybody on the phone. All the providers we've spoken to in Albury and Wagga the last couple of days have all said we're sick of these people. We can't get anybody on the phone. We can't get anybody to respond to an email. Now, me as a carer, if you have an issue or a participant or a support coordinator, you really want focus and you want someone to be able to answer your calls.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we've also got a number of providers that talk about their technology. Now that should just be a given now.
Yeah.
If you enter invoice today, it should be paid 24 hours later, next business day. That's just a given. And we find there's a lot of people come from IT backgrounds that have just made some program up and have come into the area where they actually know very, very little about, and that was quite clear, the 2 events we've been to, about disability, about what type of service you need, about how the NDS works, about what is approved and what isn't. That's really disappointing, and there's a lot of little bookkeepers and accountancy firms that think this is just another revenue stream. And I'd suggest anybody that has a question about their plan manager, find out who they're owned by, find out who runs it, and find out what they know about disability. Ask them some questions about the NDS.
Yeah.
Test it. Don't just accept what you're given.
All right, that's all very good advice from someone that's been down this way for quite some time. What's it been, 30 years or longer?
It's 30 years since I left Albury, but I come down very regularly.
Yep.
I'm always down in the country. I love it. So it's nice to be back home again.
So guys, if you're looking for a small to medium sized plan manager that are experts in the space, that answer the phone every time, that are not owned by a corporate and have great family values, we are Plan Manager Assist. Thanks for your time. That is our take on Albury Wagga Wagga. Cheers guys.